What do you do when your old life comes a knocking and you realize you don't even want to answer the door? Because what happened when I got the call to come back is going to show you how to tell the difference between a real opportunity and your identity testing you. Because when I got an invitation to go back to my old corporate job, listen, you know they want that old thing back. I didn't know what to say or do, but immediately I tuned into my body and I noticed I felt blank about it. It wasn't giving uncertainty, it was very much giving clarity because I noticed as well there was no yes anywhere hanging around. And that let me know I have shifted so far beyond the version of myself back in my corporate days that that old life just doesn't tug at me anymore. So before you roll away from this video, I want to help you be able to recognize and read your own body so that you know when life is testing you to see if you really want what you say you want. So, friend, let's get all the way into it. Your body knows what's up way before your mind catches up. Our job is to learn how to read it. Friend, listen, when I got the call to come back to my old corporate job, listen, I could do that job in my sleep, okay? I was really, really good at it. And it really did serve me for 20 plus years. And of course, there was that little twinge of, should I go back? But I have grown so much as a coach, a thought leader, as a content creator, because I'm making videos every day, friend, okay? And the version of me that I am right now, the woman you see sitting before you, is a totally different woman who was running circles in corporate America. Okay. And it just no longer feels aligned. I know I'm meant to be coaching. I am meant to be helping people connect back to themselves so that they can live a life that they love. And while being in corporate America and as in a leadership role, very much of what I was doing was coaching, but not on this intimate level that I get to do now. And in realizing all of that, in hindsight, mind you, immediately when I was asked, I didn't know what to say or do. And that is not uncommon for me because I don't usually like to accept invitations in person because I need time to think about it. I need to check in and see, does it align with the priorities that I currently have right now? Do I have capacity to take it on? How will it affect the responsibilities and the things that I've already committed to? So there's a lot that needs to happen before I say yes. And it needs to be a full body yes, not just a little baby yes, which usually tells me that it's not a yes at all. So I like to give myself some time to really reevaluate and see if it's aligned or not. And so that part is not uncommon. That's just my normal, how I do. But what I noticed this time was there was not even a hint of a yes anywhere around. Immediately, I just felt blank. And I don't really know any other way to describe that feeling, but it wasn't a yes, it wasn't a no, it just was there. And I took that as clarity because if there was a yes anywhere around, I would have felt that. And so that was my first indication that it's a no. It's a no. My body knew the answer before I had a chance to rationalize or analyze the situation. So How many times have you had a feeling about something? You noticed in your body that you were feeling some kind of way, and you decided to go against that feeling because even that creates another set of feelings. But your body knows the answer before your mind gets a chance to pull all of the data, look at it from every which way before us overthinkers get a chance to get in there and look at every single perspective and contemplate all of the possible outcomes or consequences before you get a chance to dive into any of that cerebral process. Your body has already said yes or no. But are you paying attention to it? Or are you dismissing it? Because so often when we have that feeling, you know what a yes feels like in your body. It feels like excitement. It feels exhilarating. You're happy about it. There are plenty of feelings that you're feeling when it's a yes, but there is a frequency to it, like a vibration that's happening. And when it's a no, what does a no feel like in your body? It can feel hollow, and maybe it feels definitive, like maybe it is like an absolute no. So, what does a yes and a no feel like in your body? It's so important to recognize how these things show up for you because I'm giving you some examples. I'm sharing how it's showing up for me, but it may show up differently for you. So, think about a time when you've had to make a decision and your body knew what was up long before you had a chance to do your pros and cons list. No can often feel like dread. I have zero excitement around it. Sometimes it's a feeling of obligation, like I feel obligated to say yes, but it isn't really something that I would just automatically initiate for myself, or it isn't something that brings me joy, or it's something that I'm not even looking forward to doing because I know everything that it's going to entail. And already I'm not looking forward to all of that. So, how does a yes and a no show up for you? Because your body is giving you cues. It is telling you. If you have a pit in your stomach, what does that mean for you? Is it there because you're nervous, but it's that excitement kind of a nervous? Or is it nervous because there's fear and there's doubt there? So, really think about tuning in to what's happening within your body. Do you bust out into a sweat? Do your hands clench? Do you feel tension in your body? Does the thought of doing this thing automatically stress you out? These are all great signs of what is happening within you that your brain hasn't yet had a chance to catch up to because your body is already indicating to you what your truth actually is. And then will you listen to it? Will you honor it? Or will you just fall into doing what you think someone else wants you to do or what is the right thing to do, but maybe the right thing to do is not right for you. So, really take some time to think about how your yes and your no shows up in your body. And if you're not sure, then pay attention to choices and decisions that you have to make over the next few days. And just notice what shows up for you in your body when it's a yes and when it's a no, because your body is going to tell you information that you need before your brain even gets a chance to process it all. Now, let's talk about the test because the test is never really about an opportunity. The test is really about your identity. It is really asking you, do you want what you say you want? Because there's a difference between the version of yourself that you used to be and the version of you that you are now and the one that you're becoming. So, for me to get this invitation to go back to my old corporate job, it would really mean me having to go back to my old identity and seeing myself as a leader in corporate America. Whereas I don't see myself that way anymore. Now I see myself as a coach, a thought leader, a content creator. And now I see myself really being of service to my mission and my purpose. And for me to have that invitation come up, it really made me think about what do I really want to experience right now? Do I want to continue to experience this freedom that I have, to have this close connection to my purpose? Or do I want to go back because going back seems easier? But is it really easier if it means abandoning myself? Absolutely not. So, this question about whether or not to go back to my old job or to continue along the path that I'm building right now, it really does come down to what do I feel aligned with right now at this point in time in my life, and where am I going? And the woman that I'm becoming on this path that I'm on is what feels most aligned for me. It feels like me. Whereas going back feels like it would be going backwards. And I'm no longer that woman anymore. I'm feeling brand new, okay? So let me give you a journal prompt right here because this is good, friend. Okay. What invitation are you sitting with right now? And is there actually a yes hanging around? Where are you facing an invitation of staying the same, going back, or going forward? Because that's really what this is asking of you. The invitation is asking you, do you want what you say you want? So if you say that you want to be married and you have a choice to go out with someone who is open to marriage, but it's not really something that's on their radar. So the question is, do you want to move forward dating that person and put yourself in a position where your ultimate goal of being married is not what's in alignment with them? Or do you want to say, no, thank you, and continue to move forward so that you are available for someone who also has the same common goal to work towards marriage, that you're dating towards marriage? When it comes to your career moves, are you taking on projects that put you in a position to be prepared for the promotional opportunity that you want? Or are you just continuing to come in and do what has to be done for the day and calling it a day? You're not actually taking on any stretch assignments to help you build up that skill set to really position you to be the next best candidate for that next promotional opportunity. So it's really about looking at if this choice that you make is really in alignment with the identity of the person who has what you say you want, because that's the real test, friend. it isn't so much just about the opportunity. Sure, the opportunity is presenting itself, but who do you have to be in order to say yes? And is that really in alignment with what you say you really want? Because sometimes we'll get tested with something that looks good on paper, but it's not really fully what we really want. Sometimes we're being presented with an opportunity that really causes you to settle instead of staying open for what you say you really want. So that's the real test here, friend. It's not just about the opportunity, it's about whatever it is that you are saying yes to, because recognize with every yes, there is also a no. For that invitation that I received, me saying no to that makes me a yes for this path that I'm carving out right now. It is me letting the universe know, yes, I really do want what I said I want. I mean it. And I'm not going to settle for less. I'm not going to take the easy way out. I am going to stick with this path because this feels like what is right for me, not just right now, but also the future that I'm building towards. So just recognize that your yes and your no are so powerful. And it's important that whatever it is that you say yes to, recognize that it also means that you're saying no to something else. So make sure that the choices and the decisions that you're making are really supporting what it is that you say that you want, because that is how you put yourself in alignment for things to unfold in that direction, because we are not settling for less anymore. We are not taking steps backward. We are forward moving. We are forward moving with momentum. Okay? Okay. So I hope that you are starting to feel more confident with really tuning in to your own body, because it is communicating with you all the time and it's letting you know straight up, no chaser, where your yes and your no actually are. And the more that you tune into it, the louder it becomes. And then it doesn't take you a lot of time to decipher what really is a yes and what really is a no. Because so often it doesn't require overthinking or overanalyzing. It really just requires you to be tuned in, to listen and notice what's coming up for you, and then you having the courage to actually honor it. So good. Okay, friend, I cannot wait to meet you in the comments. So fill me in, friend. Tell me, what are you being tested on right now? Ooh, let's get into it, friend. Yes, I'm getting all up in your business. But fill me in, because I definitely want to support you there. I hope that you have loved this video just as much as I have loved making it for you. And as I love to remind you at this time, to know me is to know I love myself so much I don't play about me. And if you hang out with me long enough, you will love yourself so much that you won't play about you either. Okay, friend? I can't wait to meet you in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.